Chronic pain, crippling anxiety, severe depression, mental health issues. These are things that so many people, including myself, struggle with over the holidays. But what we don't tend to talk about is how all of the holiday food we're consuming is directly connected to how we're feeling. So today I'm really excited to take you all through my entire day of eating and show you how I combat autoimmune difficulties and chronic pain through diet. What do I eat in a day? Well, you're about to see, and I've got lots of ideas, tips, and tricks for allergy-friendly, super nourishing food that's going to leave you feeling great instead of horrible at the end of the day. So come on guys, let's hit this day running and make it a good one. So, confession time. The past week was a bit of a fall off the wagon week for me. I was going through a lot of stress because of the pandemic. There was a massive outbreak at my kids' school and their school was closed, they were at home, but I was also experiencing a lot of personal anxiety because one of my daughters has a lot of lung health issues and I was absolutely terrified that she was going to get the virus. She didn't, she's fine, we're all good, but a lot of that stress translated to stress eating. I've been following an autoimmune protocol diet the past couple of months that's really working well for me. I discovered my personal trigger foods were gluten, corn, sulfites, and peanuts. And when I eliminated those foods, magically my pain levels got better, my mood stabilized, I lost weight, it was wonderful. But then last week when I was so stressed and in a rush, I didn't have time to prepare the foods I needed to. It's like, what's one restaurant meal that I'm not exactly sure if it's gluten-free or not? Sure, let's have that burger from McDonald's. It tastes so good. And then I was editing the video I created last week and I could literally see it in my face. Like it looked like my whole body was having an allergic reaction. My face was puffy, my eyes were bulging, huge bags under my eyes. Like I just looked like I was swollen. So this week is going much better and I actually thought I'm gonna do a video showing you guys my entire day of eating autoimmune friendly foods that have a holiday theme so that you guys could be encouraged as well and know that yes, we can do this. We can get through the holidays with yummy Christmassy foods just like everyone else, but we can do it in a way that's not gonna compromise our health. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna do this video for myself and hopefully also it's gonna help a lot of you. For breakfast, I'm having these warmed up protein oat stacks. Now, I know they look a lot like cookies. I made these in a previous video, so I will link that video for you if you'd like the recipe. But they're full of like carrots, walnuts, oats, and I'm going to top them with our family's homemade apple butter. You've probably seen me make this apple butter on this channel. There's no sugar, just spices and apple, and it gives that sweet kick, so it tastes like I'm having biscuits with apple butter when it's all very healthy and good for me. And to go with that, I'm going to choose a fruit. This morning it's going to be a banana for some added potassium. And who doesn't like a smiley face at breakfast to make you happy? And then I also down an entire glass of filtered water actually before I even eat anything in the morning just to get myself rehydrated. It's just really good for your system to do that. And along with that water, I'm going to be having my vitamins. So I consider all of these vitamins a really important part of my breakfast each day. It's really helped my pain levels and my energy levels as well. So first is the B vitamins. I actually did take a B vitamin before, but I wasn't really absorbing them properly, so I switched kinds and I really noticed a difference in my energy levels. So I have 1 or 2 of these every single day. And the magnesium, there's a lot of research out there that it helps with fibromyalgia pain. I have fibromyalgia and I do find the magnesium helpful, especially in the winter. Vitamin D and vitamin C to ward off viruses here in the north in Canada are really important. My kids have these every day as well. And then for pain, there's also a lot of research out there about omega-3 and how bumping that type of omega vitamin in particular eases your pain. So I have these every day, 1,000 milligrams of omega-3. And then the book I'm reading by Julie Daniluk called Meals That Heal Inflammation really recommends having a tea ritual every day. So every morning lately I've been having this tea by David's Tea. My friend Bethany got it for me. Thank you, Bethany, if you're watching. It has peppermint, rose hips, lots of things that are great for the holidays. And you can see as it's infusing that the tea turns from green to this rich burgundy color, which just feels Christmassy to me and makes me happy and relaxed every morning. Tea is a lot more hydrating and better for your health than coffee. I'm adding in some honey to sweeten and an entire cinnamon stick while it's steeping. Cinnamon is anti-inflammatory, so if you struggle with inflammation, implementing cinnamon wherever you can is really helpful. And that is my breakfast for today. Now we'll move on to lunch. I've had my workout this morning and run some errands, and I've dropped the kids for school, and we're back to having some lunch. And these are all the ingredients that are involved in the loaded salad that I'm going to be making. It's a festive loaded salad, so you can make it for yourself or take it to a function for Christmas. I'm chopping up like over half a head of romaine just for myself, at least 2 cups of lettuce, as well as about half of a red onion. And then I'm sprinkling on a couple handfuls of black beans just to give myself some more protein and iron. As well, for some protein is an entire egg. I think before I implemented this diet, I was really short on protein, so I'm trying to really put into my diet as much as I can. And then to make it festive, I'm topping with raspberries, but you could certainly use strawberries if that is what's available to you, just to give it that red and green look. To make the dressing, I'm using a couple tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, as well as some Dijon mustard. Now you might be thinking, wow, olive oil is really fattening, Jen, but for my pain levels, I'm not so much worried about fat as I am about health and healing, okay? So just sprinkle that all over your salad. And then some citrus to give it some brightness. So I've just got a couple lemon wedges, and I've been in the habit lately of just keeping a lot of lemons and limes in the home. It adds so much flavor to your dishes. And this is one of those lunches that gives me energy. Now, are you team salad or team soup for lunch? Which do you prefer? I like salad better. And for dessert, I'm going to be warming up some applesauce. This is our family's homemade applesauce. If you want to know how we get it so red, I'm open to making a video on how we make our own applesauce. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you're interested in seeing from our family, and we can definitely make a video next time we make it. But warmed applesauce to me is just so much more delicious. And so you can warm up a whole pot for your whole family or just a little bit for yourself. I like to put it into a pretty little fruit bowl that used to belong to my grandmother to make it fancy, and sprinkle with cinnamon. That is very important. So here I'm incorporating cinnamon once again into my diet for its anti-inflammatory properties. Oh, you guys, this is so comforting. If you're not in the habit of having warm applesauce, give it a try. It's like having apple pie without any of the gluten or sugar. I'm working on something really exciting right now in the afternoons that I'm hoping to announce in the new year to all of you. So stay tuned for that. But while I work, I think that a festive fruit infused drink is really important to keep me going. So you can see here what is all in this drink. I'll show you how I make it, but it's very easy and it's a good alternative to juice or pop. It's just way better for your health. So you're going to take about half a glass of water, and then I cut an orange right in half, and I set half the orange aside for tomorrow, and then I'm going to use the other half of the orange all sliced up into my drink. To that, I'm adding a handful of just fresh raw cranberries. You could use frozen cranberries if that's what you have on hand. Then lots of ice, and top it with more filtered water. Such a delicious alternative to sugary drinks. Time for a thumbs up break. If you like this video and are getting good ideas, please don't forget to pop that thumbs up like button below. Please also subscribe and click the bell notification so that you don't miss future videos all about my life and journey towards living a more simple, minimal lifestyle. Now for supper, I'm going to be making protein bowls. And so we have brown rice, we have a whole bunch of sliced beef, and lots of different vegetables like onions, carrots, red pepper, garlic, spinach, tomatoes, avocado, black beans. There's lots of things here. This is just kind of an alternative to a taco bowl for our whole family, and the brown rice is really wholesome. So I'm heating up my rice. I'm heating up my leftover black beans from my salad from lunch. And then we've got some olive oil in the pan for our beef. And red meat is actually one of the only natural sources of vitamin B. It's a really great source of it. And I was really only eating red meat about once a week. So I have upped that to at least 2 to 3 times a week. And let me tell you, I feel so much better. So I've got all these vegetables. I'm gonna chop them up, and it just gives a nice holiday green and red aspect to the bowls. So I love this as a weeknight meal during the holidays because it feels kind of Christmassy, but it's not your traditional turkey and stuffing. So just take your protein power bowl. So we've got rice in there, about a cup of rice. And then the thing I like about this is you can top it however you want. Different people in the family might like different things to eat. So this way they can all customize it. It's a really family friendly meal, and all of my kids love this. But you know what? During the holidays, we need our sweet treats too, guys, right? And it's really nice to have kind of a chocolatey, nutty treat that isn't full of cane sugar that's gonna leave you feeling bloated. So I'm taking an entire box of unsweetened dark baker's chocolate, and I'm just melting it in my double boiler on the stove. Just melt it over a low heat until it becomes a liquid just like this. To that, you're gonna add honey. So I'm adding about half a cup, but it's gonna depend on how much you like a dark bitter chocolate. Like some people might wanna add like a whole cup of honey, and just stir that into your melted chocolate. And then I'm adding about a teaspoon of peppermint extract to make it minty and Christmassy, but it depends if you like peppermint or not, whether you want to add this particular ingredient. And I've got half a cup of pecans that I'm only gonna put about a quarter of a cup of them into the chocolate right now. And same with slivered almonds, about a quarter cup of slivered almonds, and save a quarter cup for later. So you're gonna fold these nuts all into your chocolatey mix. And then lay it out on waxed paper, just kind of spread it out so it's fairly thin. Now we're gonna top with my remaining pecans and slivered almonds. It's already looking so delicious, but we are not ready to eat it yet. Of course, it has to set, and I find this takes a couple hours to set. So if you're gonna have it for dessert with your supper, you probably wanna make it like in the early afternoon or even in the morning so that it's ready for eating later. Leave it sit for a few hours until it's not glistening anymore and it's clearly hard. And then I just go through and I slice it all up in long lines and then break them apart into rough pieces. They don't have to look perfect. It's just a chocolate bark, so it doesn't have to look perfectly square. Oh, these are so good, and it's really nice that I can have a treat that doesn't have gluten or corn or cane sugar in it, but my family still loves it and we still feel like we're celebrating the holidays. Well, cheers everyone. We made it to the end of the day. I'm sipping on my second and final cup of herbal tea, a nice relaxing chamomile for nighttime. I'm feeling really good and I cannot wait to put my feet up and watch a Christmas movie with my kids. Please see some more videos to the side here about my autoimmune protocol if that's something that interests you, and I can't wait to see you there. For the least, this is Jen.